Welcome to my YouTube channel, or welcome back to my YouTube channel. We're in Chicago's Union Station and we're headed to Los Angeles on Amtrak. It didn't take long to be out of the city and get into the fields. This trip takes approximately 43 hours and 37 minutes. Amtrak Southwest Chief covers approximately 2,265 miles across the USA, making numerous stops across the country. So come along with me as we take this trip just for fun. Coach or sleeper, the rhythm of the rails is just about the same. I chose coach for this particular trip because I was on the USA Rail Pass. A nice space to unwind, reflect, and just watch the world roll by.
I ain't missed a 9 to 5, I don't hear it in my song. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong.
There's a quiet magic to train travel. No rush, no turbulence, just time to think, write, daydream, and really just take the time to enjoy the scenery.
Let's ride this train.
Our first really good sunset view was in Kansas on the way to Kansas City. You just can't beat these views. There's a hush in here that feels kind of sacred. Kansas City's Union Station isn't just another stop, it's a monument to motion. Vaulted ceilings stretch like cathedral arches, echoing the footsteps of generations who passed through here before us, chasing their dreams, reunions, and new beginnings. The place doesn't just connect cities, it connects eras. And for a moment, standing here, you're not just a traveler, but you're part of the bigger story. Just outside, our story continued, and we paused beneath the open sky so Tyler could capture the strawberry moon. It rose ever so slowly, brushing the nation's limestone facade with a certain glow. It was a celestial encore to a day steeped in history. Now, on to our next stop. Good morning, day one of the Southwest Chief. This is actually the first morning after getting on in Kansas City. We made an unscheduled stop around 5:15 this morning in Garden City, Kansas. Somebody on the train apparently had a medical problem. Several police officers and firefighters, EMS people came on and they carried this person off the train, and then the train got moving again. So we don't know anything else about what happened or how the person's doing.
The Southwest Chief has so far been more comfortable and a little bit quieter and smoother ride, but the seats don't recline as much, which is a bit of a bummer for sleeping at night. Otherwise, this ride has been pretty smooth. The other downer is that there's been no Wi-Fi on this stretch of the trip, so we are working off of hotspots and the signal is spotty. Doing our best just to get through. We have the rest of the day today, and then we'll be in Flagstaff tonight.
Please do me a favor and remember to like, share, and subscribe. We really want to get the word out and get some more followers to our channel. So I did quite a bit of research on whether or not you can use the Metropolitan Lounge. I found many stories, both reporting that you could and that you couldn't. So decided to kind of put that to the test yesterday in Chicago. Many stories said that you could get a day pass regardless, and many stories said you had to have obviously first class ticket, a business ticket, something like that. So as of the time of this recording, what the requirements are is that you have to have a business class ticket and they'll let you purchase a day pass for $35. If you have first class ticket, of course, you can get into the lounge. And you can also get a lounge pass using your travel points. So if you want, as of the day of this recording, 1,500 travel points apparently, you can get a day pass and then present it. But you have to get that ahead of time. Good morning from La Junta, Colorado. We have just a short stop here on a what they call a smoke break. Of course, not everybody needs to smoke, so if you just want to stretch your legs, get out, walk around. But maybe 5-10 minutes or so. Just a good chance to get out, see the sights, see what's around. Beautiful day in Colorado. As you can see, we're being pulled by Amtrak engine 169 and 193. They're both part of the iconic GE Genesis P42D fleet, which is the backbone of Amtrak's long-distance service. The GE Genesis P42D engine 169 was built in the late 1990s to early 2000s, with 193 being built in September of 2001. Both of these monsters put out 4,250 horsepower. They usually work on long-distance routes like the California Zephyr, the Empire Builder, and the Southwest Chief. Although 193 has been seen pulling the Heartland Flyer from Fort Worth, Texas to Oklahoma City. These P42 DCs are both known for their sleek aerodynamic design and reliability across thousands of miles of track. Engine 169 has been a workhorse in scenic terrain, often appearing in railfan photographs. Engine 193 has a loyal fan base, and some railfans even call it their favorite in the P42 fleet. It's been spotted leading trains through the Midwest and South. Both of these Siemens ALC 42 Charger units have earned their place in rail history. If you ever catch one in motion, especially 193, it's probably worth rolling your camera and getting a few shots. I'll add some links below to some of the articles related to both of these. Coming up on the right, you'll see a sign for the Raton Tunnel. This tunnel sits at about 7,588 feet above sea level, although the pass itself is registered at 7,808 feet above sea level. It's just south of the border of Colorado and New Mexico, just south of Trinidad. This tunnel was originally built by the Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe railroads and is currently operated by BNSF, with, of course, Amtrak's Southwest Chief still passing through the tunnel. The tunnel sits at the summit of what was called Raton Pass, which was once a fiercely contested pass during the railroad wars of the late 1800s between AT and SF and the Denver and Rio Grande Railway. Originally, it was part of the Santa Fe Trail, a major 19th century trade route. The tunnel and pass were so vital that Richens Lacey, also known as Uncle Dick Wooten, built a toll road over the pass before the railroads arrived. Modern day use sees the Amtrak Southwest Chief use the tunnel on a daily basis, although freight traffic has largely been shifted to a different cutoff, which offers gentler grades for more modern trains. The tunnel does remain a favorite of rail fans for its remote beauty and historical significance. It's also the highest point on the Southwest Chief trip from Chicago to Los Angeles. So we're currently stopped in Las Vegas, New Mexico, not Las Vegas, Nevada. Just for a brief moment, taking on new passengers, letting a few off. But I thought I'd take a second to mention the difference between the reclining chairs in coach on the superliners, or at least what I've experienced so far, and the reclining chairs on the coach carriages on the Viewliner. The Viewliner chairs were a little more firm, not quite as comfortable, but when you leaned them back, they actually leaned back and laid flatter. On the superliner chairs that we're in coach, actually I'm in one right now, they're newer upholstery, they're more comfortable, they're a little softer, but they don't lean back as far, so they're not as comfortable when you're trying to sleep at night. Something to think about. I actually brought a pillow and a neck pillow, so you can kind of mix and match, but keep that in mind.
Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. The shot of love and the spark of love to breathe. Stars align and the month times night burn like a dried out leaf. Are we leaving on the next train, baby? I do believe. Come on, let's ride this train. Come on, let's ride this train. Now I ain't missed a night.
Views are great in the observation car in almost any direction. That is, until the other people leave the place looking like they were just in a movie theater and somebody else is going to clean up after them. Unfortunately, this is how it looks a lot of the time. People don't even use the seat, they just leave their trash everywhere.
Let's ride this train. Come on.
We brought a heat coil with us so we could make our own tea any time of the day. We quickly learned that the best place to find water was a dispenser in the observation car that's just over this bar here. It dispenses fresh water, so we could fill up anytime very easily and make our tea.
We're leaving on the next train, babe. So take your seat. All right.
Amtrak claims that the Southwest Chief is its most scenic route, and I tend to believe them overall. This trip was just perfect. I mean, we had blue sky most of the time, a few clouds. The views were endless. It really was just amazing, and not having to drive and concentrate made it so much more enjoyable. We could just take in the sights. We just arrived in Albuquerque. Just got off the train. We're told that there's a market and a deli, grocery store just about one block away. So we're gonna head over there now and see if we can get a couple things to drink. And Tyler wants maybe a different snack. We'll let you know how it goes. So here it is, the Silver Street Market.
Past the point of no return, baby, on the summer night. The shot of love and the spark of love to breathe. Stars align.
Albuquerque Station was demolished in 1970, but its spirit lives on in this building, which is actually known as the Alvarado Transportation Center. It's a Mission Revival style complex that opened in 2002. This particular hub serves as a transit and rail hub for not only the Southwest Chief, which stops here daily, connecting Chicago to Los Angeles, but also for the New Mexico Rail Runner, which is their commuter train, the ABQ ride, and Greyhound. Just a few hours after leaving Albuquerque, and certainly once the sun had set, We actually got off in the Flagstaff, Arizona stop and did something else for a couple of days. Part of that was a day and afternoon up at Sunrise Ski Resort and riding some of their fun, adventurous rides. I'll link that in the description below. We got back on the next day in Flagstaff, a couple days later in Flagstaff, and continued this trip to Los Angeles. Good morning from Southern California. It's about 7 a.m. Our train was supposed to depart last night at 8:12 p.m., I believe, and it was late because apparently when it originated in Chicago, it struck a person on the tracks, so that delayed it for about 3 hours. And we are about 4.5 hours behind schedule. It's supposed to be in LA around 8:45, and it looks like we're going to get there around 1 p.m. So we'll keep you posted.
Let's ride this train. Oh, come on. Let's ride this train. Oh, come on. Let's ride this train. Let's ride this train now.
It should come as no surprise that some of the most vast views were in the deserts of Arizona and California, because there's nothing to obstruct your view, of course. This is also the part of the trip where we obtained the highest speeds that I was able to record during our time with Amtrak. I still prefer a lot of the more scenic mountain and treed views up in the northern parts of the country. I just tend to like that particular type of atmosphere better. But one thing you can't pass up are the views everywhere you go on Amtrak. And man, the weather really held out for us. We had a perfect weather almost the entire time. Good morning. We're here in Barstow, California this morning at one of Amtrak's smoke breaks, or what they call a stretch break. And you get a few minutes to get off the train, stretch your legs. If you get the chance to stop here when it's daylight hours, I would definitely take the opportunity to get out, check out all the old trains, go inside the station, see what they have inside. It's really kind of a cool place to look around. Most of the time the Southwest Chief gets in here different kind of the morning, and it's usually dark. So depending on the time of year, and if the train happens to be a little bit late, which ours is late at the moment, you might have a chance to get out here and see all these cool trains. Check it out.
Ride this train. Let's ride this train now. I'm gonna pull my weight, don't get me wrong.